Welcome to our podcast, Happy Household. We appreciate you listening in. Ben and I started this podcast to share some insights on what we have found successful and maybe what wasn't so successful. Our hope is that we can help each of you in some small way while getting to spend some quality time together. We feel the key to a successful relationship is trust and communication. Whether it be with friends, family, or significant others, open communication builds trust and creates a home that can become a happy household.
Hey, Sweet Pea.
Hey, honey.
How are you?
Exhausted.
Exhausted?
Yeah. It's been a rough week for
You
us.
don't look like a tailpipe to me.
Ha ha ha. Oh.
I said exhausted.
Yes.
Oh, wait, this is wrong podcast.
No, it's the right one.
Oh. So you're just tired, huh?
Yeah. It's been a long week.
Yeah. It's been a long couple of weeks.
Yes.
I was thinking that we would go ahead and jump right into something that we covered in last season. Was
Our village.
yeah, it takes a village to make a happy household.
Mhm.
Or was it takes a village to raise kids? Or I can't remember.
We referenced the whole, old saying of it takes a village, and we kind of just transitioned out into say it takes a village to support a happy home.
Right.
Because you and I all day long can work at it, but without a great foundation, the foundation of the Lord and building it on that, but also being blessed with the fact that we have extended family.
A family that will help support that.
Yeah, that will help support us growing and learning together.
Right.
And not just say, well, that's my son or that's my daughter. It's no, those are our family. It's our
Right.
family. And we've really had to lean into our village this week. These last 2 weeks, really.
Yeah.
We've had a whirlwind of, virus come through the house that knocked us all down for about 4 days. Ben here
Yep.
had a complete hip replacement.
I'm half bionic.
Yep. And my 17-year-old got into a car accident. So again, second one in 1 year, y'all. And she has a few bumps and bruises. They thought she had a fractured fibula. Turns out it was just a really, really bad bone bruise. So she's in a brace for 2 weeks. She's already been in a cast for a week?
Yeah.
So
like 4 days, 4 or 5
yeah,
days.
4 or 5 days, about a week. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's just been kind of back to back.
Well,
I'm not able to go to work, which is frustrating to me because I hate feeling like I'm a disappointment to the team. And not that I am, they are amazing, but.
Well, it all comes down to with you having to be at work.
Yeah.
And me being at a point in my recovery where I'm not allowed to drive.
Yeah.
I'm not really allowed to do a lot of walking. I'm getting better at it, and I can still walk, but I can't do. That's about all I can do. I'm not allowed to carry heavy stuff or anything. I'm supposed to be on crutches or a walker.
Correction, ladies and gentlemen. He is supposed to be using a walker. Okay?
That's what I
walker.
That's what I just
Crutches
said.
are not a walker. I love you, but they are not.
I just said I'm supposed to be using crutches or a walker.
Oh.
You didn't let me finish.
I apologize for interrupting you. That
That's
was rude.
right. But no, and the walker was mainly for balance issues, which I don't have any balance issues. So the crutches that I'm using are to keep that
They let you
leg.
stand up a little straighter.
Yeah, well, I use it to be able to use that motion in that leg that I'm supposed to be using, but the crutches will help me keep the weight off of it so I don't lose my balance.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm not allowed to drive because that's my throttle brake foot. So I'm not supposed to drive until the doctor gives me the okay. So I can't drive. She's at work. Madison, has had a little oopsies. And
So, yeah.
so we're
just
down a vehicle.
Well, just to extend upon that, so it's a running joke in our house that Ben couldn't have just 1 week where he was the shining star and needed the attention. Maddie wanted to be his little buddy, and so they both injured their driving leg. Both of them are not allowed to drive until the doctor gives the okay. So that could potentially be 2 to 4 weeks, right? So we went from a 3-driver household down to a 2 or a 1-driver household. So to his point, yes. So when I'm at work, we're limited on what we can and can't do. Luckily, shout out to my team there at UMCU. You guys are fantastic, and my team is amazing, and they're very understanding of like family needs and things like that. But so we are trying to work around my work schedule to get doctor's appointments done, follow-up appointments done, school pickup, school drop off, dinners made, laundry done, like all the normal things that families deal with. And we're not saying that it's, oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's just, it kind of threw us for a loop. We're adjusting.
It's difficult for one person to be able to do all that stuff because you can't be in several places at one time.
Right.
And that's the lead into the village helping out all across the board.
I mean, your mom's been over to help.
My mom's been over here to help when I needed it because I was kind of stuck in the chair for a few days, and she had to go into the branch to work, so I was going to be here by myself. Well, being a fall risk, because I don't have a hip, I'm not really supposed to be by myself too much. So my mom came over and made sure that I, if I needed something to drink, made medication and all that good stuff, that somebody was here to go get it, right? While the kids were in school. And then her mom come over and decided that she was going to help drive the kids back and forth to school, get them where they needed to be during the day while she was at work because I'm not allowed to drive yet. So that's where we're at right now is that two people can't do it all by themselves sometimes.
No.
It requires more than just two. And in order for that happy household to really excel, you have to have them strong foundation, them strong roots, the family members that go above and beyond, and that have the ability and the time to do that. And we are very blessed to be able to say that we have that foundation that allows that to prosper and excel. And
we're very fortunate.
Put some more meat back on my bones.
Yeah, well, we are very, very fortunate. And, shout out to the people who have helped and the people who have offered help where we have a lot of, extended family is what we like to call is, they're praying and they're saying, hey, is everything okay? We're giving them updates and saying like, no, we appreciate the help. We got some of this, but to kind of expel on, my mom is amazing. I know I'm biased, but she is amazing. So again, like he said, she's helping take the kids to and from school, and she just got on retirement. So she's supposed to be living her best life, right? So as a kid, I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be able to handle, and you and I talked about that. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be able to handle all this. I'm the woman of the house. I'm, the parent. I'm supposed to be able to be super mom. But I was really humbled when I was like, okay, I physically can't be where I need to be because I have responsibilities. And so it kind of played with my emotions of like feeling like I was letting people down. And my mom, of course, being who she is, she comes over, and not only does she, in essence, move in during the week, so she's here so she doesn't have to drive to him because she lives about an hour away, 45 minutes to an hour away. She comes, lives with us for a week, goes home on the weekends, come back. So she's staying for 2 weeks, and she's taking the kids to and from school, but she's also helping with dinners because she loves to cook, and that's her love language. And I hate cooking, so, I was like, you know what? My kitchen's your kitchen, whatever you feel comfortable with doing. I get the time with her. She gets the time with me. I get to have
the kids.
Yeah, and the time with the kids. She'll come down throughout the day when I take little mini breaks, and she'll sit and she'll just talk to me. And it's nice to have her close by because I can also help take care of her because, she's not disabled or anything, but, she's getting up there in age, and I'm not going to have her forever.
No.
But, we're going to see my ex-mother-in-law, whom I love very, very much. And, to make sure that everything's okay. And, it's just, we have a very amazing village that is always there when we need you guys, and we cannot express how thankful and blessed we feel when things like this arise, knowing that you guys are there no matter what. And it's an incredible feeling to be honest, like it was an overwhelming week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know you were overwhelmed because you saw I can't help the woman I love do what she needs to do.
Well, not only that, but I couldn't do anything that needed to be done.
Yeah.
And on top of all that, I wasn't in a
You were not in a great
I was
headspace.
not I was not in a ton of pain, but there was enough pain there to really make me stop and say, you can't do this.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, no, you're gonna lay right here on the bed and be lazy because you're not gonna get up. And it was just enough to put me in a bad mindset.
Yeah.
And I don't do well in a bad mindset. If I'm grounded, I don't do well. I need to be up and moving and doing something. But this last week and a half, I just haven't been able to. And it brings in a whole nother set of problems. You've got, all of the ones that you see up front, but then you have the mental stuff that falls in behind that, right? That says, that just totally destroys your outlook. Then you get to the point where you don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to move. You don't want to, pick up the dirty clothes. You don't want to wash the dishes. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be very dangerous for a household to have that kind of mindset in it. So I am very thankful that this worked out as well as it has. And hopefully by the end of next week, I'll be cleared to drive and we'll be able to, kind of get back where we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's, and then
now we're kind of on the backside of things, and
right.
There's still a lot of the mental stuff. And I mean, I lay down as soon as my head hits that pillow. It's almost like I'm out because
light switch.
Yeah. And I feel bad about that because, that's our time normally. We're sitting down, we watch a couple episodes together of whatever show we're watching. But it's to the point especially in the last couple weeks where it's just like as soon as my head hits the pillow and I snuggle up and I'm out. And it's like I don't have a control over it. And then the next day I'm like, well, crap. So like you said, it's in those times where you have to be aware and be okay with saying, I'm not okay today. I'm having a mental day where, I just need to be away from people. I need to be in the room. I need to get my crap in a group. And us being okay with saying, well, that's not about me. That's about, it's overwhelming. It's okay to say this. Everything is overwhelming. Like, I'm pretty good with dealing with stress, I think. But even this past couple weeks, seeing the man I love go through so much pain and not being able to do anything about it. Ooh, I can get you an ice pack. Yay for me.
I was really extremely thankful because this surgery went a lot better than
Yes,
the first
it did.
one. I didn't have nearly the pain that I had last time. So I was thankful because the last time I went through that mentally, and I'm not even sure she's aware of how bad my mental stability was. Because I'm not so sure I even knew how bad it was.
Wow.
But the first one, it was bad. It took months and months just to get out of my own head, on top of all the physical problems I was having right from the rip. And the first one went pretty good. This second one was a dream, and I tell you, I really wished my first one was that good.
Wow. I know the first one was much worse. I told my bridesmaids that I was like, the first one about broke us.
Yeah.
It about broke us.
It about broke me.
And that was a wake-up call. Because I'm like, if you don't get out of your own head, as much as I love you, I will walk. I don't deserve to be talked to the way that you're talking to. My kids don't deserve to be talked to the way that you were talking to some. And it was because you were trying to process physical pain, but you were also, in essence, like you said, grounded, which you're not good at anyway. But you also are horrible about asking for help. And it came to a point where I had to sit you down and say, enough is enough. We can't keep going this way.
No.
Because this is not us. It's shitty. I know you don't like it, but this is not us. So you either need to choose to get your poop in a group and figure out your thoughts and figure out your emotions. I'm here if you need me. But what you're saying and what you're doing is unacceptable.
Right.
And me having the safe space to do that, I think
Good.
also kind of helped reset you and say, wait a minute, okay, let me relook at this.
Yeah,
I think it
I've learned a lot
kickstarted that,
from the
yeah.
first time. This time I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be stuck in the bed a couple weeks. I'm okay with that, And then everything went pretty easy, and I was up and feeling a lot better. I'm like, well, I can get up, I can do this, and I can get up, and I can move here, and I can move back and forth. And I'm like, wait a minute. Just because I can doesn't mean I should.
Yeah, and then you ended up paying for that.
Well, it wasn't too bad. The biggest problem I had was the bruising from the surgery, the way they manipulate the leg. But the bruising is what actually hurt the most, right? This time. But I was able to say, I don't have to. Hey, you know what? I'm cool. I got some quiet time. I sit here and watch a show that I want to watch. And I was okay with that, which the first time I wasn't okay with at all.
Well, and I think you learned a lot about yourself then, making it easier this time, at least from what I've noticed,
Right.
is you are much more receptive to me saying, like, do you want a bag of ice? And you don't get like, I can do it. You do, yeah, do you mind? So I think in your head, it's a little bit different. You're not a burden when you ask for help. You're leaning on the person you're supposed to spend your life with. They're supposed to be your support system.
Right.
They're supposed to be able to say, hey, you're having a shitty day. What can I do to make it better? You want me to go get you Dr. Pepper? I'll run down and get you Dr. Pepper. You need an ice pack? I'll run and get you an ice pack. It's a two-way street. You can't always do that for someone else. It's okay to have somebody close enough to do that. And I think that that's what we learned with the last one, is that you had to learn to rely on me, like you were asking me to rely on you. Because I got to the point, it got so bad where the last time I stopped depending on you because
I was being a
ass.
Yeah.
I love you, but you were being an ass.
I was going to say a few other words, but I'd have to beep those out.
Yep. But again, because I know that's not normally who you are, and you were overly stressed and overly stimulated and not being able, you were going through mentally like, I need to do this to take care of her. I need to do this to take care of the family. I need to do this to take care of the house. I need to do this, do this, do this, do this. And it was almost like, I got you, because you're not used to having somebody that's a teammate.
Well, I was also not, didn't have the ability very well to say, you know what? That can wait till next week. Which is huge. It was like, well, next week I'm going to have a big list of stuff to do. I need to get this done this week. Or I already had it planned this week, but we had taken time over the summer to do a few projects early in advance because we knew we were going to be in this spot. So there's a few things I'm like, okay, I want to get this taken care of, and I want to get this taken care of. I want to have this done before I have the surgery, so I can take those 3 months and say, it can wait till spring.
Yeah.
And it helped. The planning helped dramatically, and I really wish we'd have thought that part through the first time, because I think it would have been better.
One of us tried.
Yeah, I know. And nobody said I was, quick on the draw.
I know, but I could have pushed a little bit more. I'm just saying that, like, I think we both learned a lot about each other through that.
One thing I have, and this kind of changes the topic a little bit. We posted on Facebook. I think it was sometime this week. It's a guy that I follow. He does a lot of homesteading stuff.
Yep.
And he talks about, having a homestead, but he also talks about why the people think it's a good idea to move away from family, right? And away from everyone that's in your support group. And this was, yeah, I'll put that
His
in
name
there.
is Greenhorn Grove.
Greenhorn Grove.
Let me ask you a question. Why don't we live with our entire families? And I'm not just talking about our kids, I'm talking about grandparents, in-laws, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, everybody. Why don't we all live on a piece of property together? One of the biggest cons mankind's ever fallen victim to is the idea that we need to move out as soon as we're 18. And the way they do it is by equating it with freedom. That's a lie. No, sir, that's not freedom. That's how they shackle you with debt. Families that stay together share cost. They share responsibility. And most importantly, they share time with each other. They share experiences. I want my kids to grow up that way, surrounded by love and generational knowledge. And if at the end of the road they don't want this life, that's okay too. Because I just want them to be happy. But I want to give them that option. Most of us in modern life struggle with debt, alone, trying to make our way in the world. But just imagine what we could do together. Yeah, but what do I know? We're just some guy on the internet. I mean, really, why would all the bankers and billionaires lie to us? I thought about making a bank joke here, but I didn't think there'd be enough interest.
Yeah, so, he talks about that moving away from your homestead or your support group like we have here, moving away from them makes things way harder. And it's not healthy. It's not healthy. I mean, it's not as happy. I mean, some people don't want to be around their family members, and that's okay. If that's what makes you happiest.
And when we say family, we blood doesn't make you family. Just FYI, we both I think know that.
Yep.
Blood does not make you family, but I've seen the video and I've seen a couple of his videos, and basically, like you said, it's the precedence of saying like, why are we going out and buying 8,000 properties of land when we can all like farmhouse or homestead this house and give that benefit to the next generation so they're not having to start fresh.
Well, not only that, but what happened this last week with your mom is your mom was here. She loves to cook. Right?
I hate it.
She loves to cook. I can handle eating it. That's not a problem. But
I like how he said that I can handle eating it. Not that it's good. I can handle eating it.
We all, but that's a
While
benefit.
he ate 3 plates of the meal she made tonight.
But that's the benefit, right?
Right.
She does something that makes her extremely happy.
Yep.
She is near and with us most of the time.
Yep.
Which makes all of us happy. It makes the entire village happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really trying to figure out if that's not something that we want to think about in the future.
Having my mom close by? Or
Having them all, setting it up so we can work around. And, if they don't want to live close, then there's no reason for us to force them to.
Right.
But if they want to,
yeah,
we should think about having a spot where they all could come in and have their own little spot, but close enough.
It's called a family compound. And you can, they're starting to become more of a thing. I just saw a video, came up on my Facebook page, actually. It was, now mind you, it was a massive compound, okay? It was like 12.5 million in Texas. So, I mean, obviously not everybody can, not everybody can afford, 12.5 million. But in essence, what it was saying is there's a main house that the property is in that name, but each person has its own plot on the compound.
Right.
So that if you got to call and say, I got to go to I got to take Dodo Head to the hospital because they fell down the steps. Somebody literally 2 seconds away, they're like, I'll be over in a minute. And you can leave knowing that they're literally across the field.
Yeah. And with growing our own food.
Yep.
Right. And kind of
share all our resources.
Yeah.
Water, food. Veggies.
And it makes it so much easier. We don't have to fight so hard about saving it or, because we can, whatever we get, we can pass around to each one of them. Nothing's going to go bad. It's all going to get used. We can put a little bit into it. Somebody else can put a little bit into it. We all can help maintain it back and forth. And I think that would be kind of really cool.
Yeah.
Now, we're at the point in our lives that I don't know if it's going to be able to work for us.
Yeah.
But just because the way life is going, we are already spread out. And the ones that are spread out, they're old enough in age that by the time we are able to set things up, they may not be able to come back into the group, but
or might not want to.
Or they may not want to. I know some of my older kids, they would probably come back to Michigan. I think John would come back to Michigan for sure.
I don't know if Bailey would though.
Bailey, that's whatever makes them happier, right? I would not ever force my kids to move on the same square block as myself, but I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
even if we were able to set it up so we could financially buy the next plot over, right? As a group, put the money in, buy the next plot, and then just literally start piecing them together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that was a little bit.
Well, I think that plays into the whole village aspect, like
Right.
having your village close. Whether, in our hearts, like they're all very, very close. And we're all within at least a half hour to 45 minutes, hour maybe, of each other. Aside from my sister who's in Texas, who's like 24 hours away. But
yeah, 45 minutes would be my folks. That would be the farthest, except for your sister and my son John. Well, now my daughter Kate, because she's an hour plus. But
yeah, well, she's about an hour. Jackson's not that far.
it's about an hour. Yeah, but she wouldn't be able to move unless he decided.
She could put Spencer in a suitcase and just carry him on over.
Well,
It's
he is small enough. He would probably fit in a
fine.
fairly
We love you,
decent size.
Spencer.
Yeah, but his job is there, and he can't
Right.
continue his job if he doesn't live in that township.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that he couldn't.
Get another one over here. Yeah.
But his whole family is from that township.
Yeah.
His grandfather, his father, himself. It's kind of a centennial thing for his family, and I would never ask him to give that up.
No,
Although he might for her, but I wouldn't ask him to.
I don't think she would ask him to.
No, I'd hope not.
I would hope not too.
If they come up to the agreement on their own, then great.
Yeah.
But if they're happy where they're at, then
Yeah.
although eventually she will get the property, she will get the farm eventually.
Yeah.
So I mean that might be something that they decide to move
Maybe
closer.
they started with their kids and they're.
Well, they might decide to move closer. If we were out there, they might move. If he gets a transfer, he might move closer because he knows that they're going to be there because she's going to get the farm anyway.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
So then you just start re-rolling it, right? I don't know. It's a thought. It's kind of a unique thought process that really has gotten my imagination spinning.
Hey,
I
I'm game.
I don't think I can afford it, but
I know. There's a lot of things that we want that the world is telling us is way too expensive. That
Well,
didn't used to be as expensive.
and that's part of the problem is that the world keeps telling us we shouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
And we keep pushing
But that's
back.
not the world. That's the enemy. That's the enemy
Oh.
telling us we shouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
It's just in the form of the world and people, and you see all these horrible things happening all around the world,
Yeah.
and it's the people are doing it. The people.
Well, yeah, because they think that that's okay. They've been taught that it's okay,
Yeah. Or they get a.
but they're not happy. And you know what the famous phrase is? Misery loves company.
Yep.
So if people like us are happy, we're going to probably get the most pushback.
Yeah.
So, yes, your peppers are doing just
I was
fine.
just checking on my pepper babies.
I started a new one. Not to get completely off random topic, but I got a tomato right here.
This is our homestead start 1 point. What is it?
0.5. Or 1.5.
I would say that's. Yeah.
Greenhouse was 0.1, was the first attempt. This is the half attempt that's going to continue on in the spring to the greenhouse. So this is 1.5.
We're getting there, though.
We'll see.
We're starting to.
Only time will tell. And so far it's definitely looking like it could very well take off and run.
Yeah, it definitely flourished more than we thought it was going to flourish, and we had a lot more. We had a lot more peppers than we knew what to do with.
Oh, I probably still got a dozen peppers out there that are still growing.
Yeah, but with the freeze tonight, I'm afraid we're going to lose some of them.
The one
but-
outside, I'll probably just cut all the small ones off and be done. But the ones that are still in the greenhouse are still producing.
Yeah.
They're still producing. Matter of fact, the tomato plant still has blossoms.
Yeah.
So it's still rolling. And
They did say that you can get an extra month out of it.
And I started a new plant right here. So hopefully we can keep it alive until spring comes so we can get it out.
Oh, is that a tomato one right there?
Yeah, in the corner.
Right behind your head?
Yeah, I cut it off the I've never seen tomato plant get so damn big.
Let me tell you what their names are. If any of you have seen the Veggie Tales, and if you have not, you're missing out. Bob and Larry. I have named them Bob and Larry. And Bob and Larry are the main Veggie Tale characters, and Bob's a tomato, so that's where it started. And then we had Larry, who was taller. So these tomato plants are maybe supposed to get up to like our hips, which I'm 5'8" and he's 5'11".
5'11", yeah.
And so it's basically
I might be 5'12" now. They extended the one leg.
that's 6 foot, honey.
Yeah, might be.
But it's supposed to only go up to like our hips, right?
Yeah, usually you get 3 or 4 foot, and they're kind of bushy.
Yeah, well,
Not these.
Ours apparently are like the
Jolly Green Giant.
that we literally, that's what it feels like, is it's literally Jack and the Beanstalk in there. If we were to extend our tomato plants out, I'm not kidding you, it probably would be a good 9-footer.
Yeah, right now the roof is approximately 8.5 to 9 feet, and the tomato plant not only has grown up the side, but it's grown up the top to the peak. And there are several stems that have come down halfway and then back up. So these tomato plants are all of 8 feet easily, and I'm just astonished at how tall they got.
We definitely thank
So,
the Lord for the blessing there.
Yeah, we've found our tomato spot for sure. But I'm just simply amazed at how tall they got.
Yeah,
So-
they definitely. Bob and Larry hanging in there.
Yep.
And this is Junior Asparagus back here.
Jeez.
Hey, Junior.
It's funny. I got a guy at work that he was a junior, and he used to get mad when you just call him that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
We'll keep you guys updated on the greenhouse and how those tomato plants, end up coming out for the season.
yeah, if I get off my lazy butt, maybe I'll snap a few photos and throw them out.
Fiodos?
Fiodos.
Fiodos.
Yeah, I'll get Frodo out there to take some with Bob. Take pictures of Bob.
Bob and Larry.
Yep. So maybe if I ever get around to
So I
it,
got to get giant googly eyes. Got it.
Yep. And I need to finish the greenhouse project anyway. But in the next week or so, I'll be able to hopefully move around a little better. So hopefully we'll get it done.
Well, we're going to wrap it there.
Yep.
We'll keep you guys updated on how the greenhouse is doing and the tips and tricks that we have found. And there are much smarter people when it comes to that gardening stuff.
Yeah.
We are always looking. If you have any tips and tricks, please share them. And we'll keep you updated on how they are feeling. Right now, he says, like I said, he's doing really, really well.
Just short of a marathon.
Yeah, that's
no.
my fear.
Nope. I couldn't
and-
run a marathon on a healthy day.
You couldn't run a marathon before you got good hips.
Right.
But, a lot of it's just the mental battle now. So thoughts, prayers, well wishes, comments, concerns of anything you guys found successful is always really appreciated. Thank you to our followers and to those who have been commenting. We really appreciate you guys taking the time.
And if you have any of that stuff that you want to send us, you can do that as a comment on the Facebook page, or you can even send it to our email at happyhouseholdpodcast@gmail.com.
Yep. Comment, like, share,
Follow.
subscribe on YouTube. We're on Spotify.
Yep.
We're on all the fun things, guys. And we love you guys, and we pray for you guys every day, and we pray you have a great and blessed day. Other than that, I think we're going to wrap it there, and we will talk at you next week.
Until next time.
Bye.